Right now I'm in a state of mind. I wanna be like all the time. Ain't got no tears to cry. So we're picking it up. Tears to cry. Yeah. How is everyone? I lost the. Where's the cap to my drink? Oh. I just want you to come with me. We on another mentality. Ain't got no tears left to cry. So I'm picking it up. I'm loving, I'm living, I'm picking it up. We're way too fly to we're way too fly to partake in all this hate. We out here vibing. We're vibing. Hello? Did y'all fucking miss me? Because I missed you. I missed you a lot. I missed you guys. Felt fucking weird. But I needed it. This week I needed it. Kim needed chill. Okay? Release that with the what? the fucking IVF. What do you think of my singing, Poop? Do you love it? She loves it. I fucking love you, Hawkeyes. Hello. It's your first time? First time in your life coming here? Well, get used to the singing, okay? Because I think I'm a fucking rock star. Yeah? I got that song on my head, you know what I mean? You missed the singing? Oh, I missed you too, Sarah. I missed you too. I have a pet. Well, I got to make sure that. Hello, Renee Dodson. Good morning. There's Nicole. I was going to wait before I said anything. There's my girl. Thank you, Helen. I missed you too, beautiful. Yes, Nicole Queen Betch. We're going to start off with her stupid ass jokes. And then I'm going to show you the shit she gave me. She gave me a lot of stuff. She spoiled me. It was like fucking Christmas. I've already peeked into it. Because I couldn't wait. Okay? All right, so let's do her dumbass jokes first. Okay. Number 1. Where do you go if you have a peekaboo injury? The ICU. What do you call a security officer at a Samsung store? A guardian of the galaxy. Terrible. But because she spoiled the shit out of me, I'm not going to hate on her jokes tonight. I'm not going to hate on them. I'm going to love them. Let's all see what Nicole Betch gave to me. I also want to say thank you to GM, Miss Gina Marie. She has spoiled me with some interesting books that I cannot show here on YouTube. I cannot. If you get what I'm saying, I can't show them. But thank you very much, GM. So I just didn't want her to think that I'm not bringing her stuff. She understands why, though. Okay. Let's go. Nicole's a badass, all right? Yes, dick movement books. Yes. Spicy books. All right, so, and I'm not reading the note she left me. That's for me and her. Okay, so, hello. Makeup wipes, yeah? Need them for, when I down myself up from my boyfriend. Some eyebrow pencils, yes. Lord knows I could use some of those. But I'm putting a growth serum on them from all my plucking from the 90s. Anyway. Some sexy ass blush. Yeah. Now, just so Nicole knows that I'm not forgetting something, Nicole, 1 didn't make it in the delivery. That second blush burst before I got the package. So I want to thank you anyway for it. But I just don't want you to think that's why I'm not taking it out. It's because it was everywhere. But please don't feel necessary to send me a makeup one. You have sent me so much stuff. Okay? Just saying. You've sent me too much. And hold on, this is just, wait, you guys, this is gonna go on for a while. This is amazing. Oh, wait a minute. I didn't know that it said that. She did want me to read this one on the public live stream. Okay, we will. But the other one, no. All right, so 2 eyeshadows. And of course, one of them is a purple one. Yeah. 2 eyeshadow palettes. Thank you very much. And for the love of God, she's taking care of my lips, okay? She's taking care of my lips. We're going to keep the same color house family to make it easier. I'm still using the lip stuff she sent me the last time. Nicole spoils me. That's why I put up with those terrible jokes. Okay, so some Revlon Kiss lip balm in the color Berry Burst. She sent me 5 of them. And they're like, you know, what do you call it? Like a purpley burgundy light color, which is exactly what I like to wear. And 3 of the fresh strawberry color. And also a, what do you call it? A sugar mint, because everyone knows I like mint. So it's white. It's probably going to go on clear. Jesus, Nicole. All right, now here comes my favoritist. My favorite. I got to take the packaging off of it because I didn't want to look. I wanted to be surprised. Good Lord. And she packs shit well. I'm fighting with it. I'm fighting with it. Okay. So, all right, let's not pretend I can read these bottles right now. I can't. Okay, the lighting sucks tits. So we'll just go with colors. Pretty pink. And I love Sally Hansen. Pretty pink. It's not coming up. My camera, because of the lighting, it's a lot more pinky instead of borderline coral there. Sexy ass red. For my sexy ass nails that need to be done. A nice, beautiful, dark, sexy ass red. And what's this called? Like a duochrome. Look at that. It's fucking gorgeous. Nicole, thank you so much. You have outdone yourself. You've spoiled me. And for what it's worth, you know, when I first started receiving package, I wasn't opening up on my live streams. So just so you know, this is not the first time that Nicole has sent me a very large package of fucking makeup. So she's keeping me supplied. I'm just going to say that. She's like my dealer in makeup. So Nicole, thank you so friggin' much. This is insanity. I love you. And I'm going to read this on the live stream per her request. Oh my God. You know, here we go. Why didn't the cat go to the vet? Because it was feline fine. Oh my God. She gave me makeup, so I'm just not going to tear her out. I'm not going to tear her up. She gave me makeup. What should a lawyer always wear to court? A good lawsuit. England doesn't have a kidney bank, but it does have a liver pool. Waking up this morning was an eye-opening experience. Getting the ability to fly would be so uplifting. To the guy who invented zero, thanks for nothing. Ladies, if he can't appreciate your fruit jokes, you better let that man go, Mango. One lung said to another, we belong together. For the love of God. Last one, thank God. I had a crazy dream last night. I was swimming in an ocean of orange soda. Turns out it was just a fantasy. Now, did you deliberately put that one in there? Was the orange soda one in there on purpose? Have I shared the orange soda story with you people? Have I shared the orange soda story? It's an embarrassing story. It's disgusting. I shall share it. In the 90s, that was my years of my 20s, yes. Well, the late 90s. I went to Canada, Toronto, Canada, for a 3-day concert called Eden Fest. And that's where I discovered the Tragically Hip, for what it's worth. Because The Cure was going to be one of the main openers, or the main, main attractions, whatever, main bands. And, that was my music, right? And I went there and I was very excited because, like, Bush, Stabbing Westward, I'm trying to think who else was on that was increasing my necessity to feel like I needed to drink a lot. There were a lot of good bands playing before The Cure. So I drank a lot, and I drank in the middle of the day, and it was very hot, and I wasn't prepared for that. So although my best friend, did suggest I slow down, I did not. I continued drinking a lot. And I moseyed my drunk ass all the way to the front, like the front row, like meaning me against the gate, front row for The Cure, because I wanted to be as close to Robert Smith as possible. So I got there, I got to, see The Cure. I got a little, from Robert. I was very happy. And suddenly I wasn't feeling so good. Suddenly I didn't feel very good at all. So I had to be lifted up out of the front row and removed. And I, was very parched. My stomach felt yucky. I was very dehydrated. So there happened to be a soda vendor, like a vendor, right? Not a vending machine. And I'm like, well, I don't like water, so I'll buy a bunch of soda and replenish myself. So I purchased many, like over 5 bottles of Orange Crush. A lot, whatever I could carry like this back to my tent. And I drank them all. And I passed out. And I woke up the next morning in a literal pool of Orange Crush vomit everywhere. So my best friend and anybody that was with us for that weekend loves to remind me of that experience. Yes, I was swimming in my own Orange Crush vomit. And that was the first night of our trip. I had to sleep in that tent for 2 more nights. So there you go. There's my Orange Crush story. I'm sure if my best friend gave details, she'd make it a lot worse and probably would include things that I have forgotten. But yeah, needless to say, I have not drank Orange Crush in a very long time. Okay. So, Batch, Nicole, I cannot, and I'll seriously, I tease you about your jokes, but I sincerely do appreciate that. That was fucking so kind of you. For real, for real. Thank you very, very much. I fucking love you. Okay? All right. So did everybody miss me? Because I missed you guys. I love you. I missed you guys. It's like I think of you guys as if you live in my house with me. I just like have you in a little box on my phone. Yeah. I missed you. All right. I see that I'm missing things here, so let me get to work. Yeah, no, Hillary, it was a fucking tent. No, we weren't in a camper. We were in tents. It was terrible. It was fucking terrible. All right? Terrible. I'll never forget that smell. But did you have a good time? I had an amazing time. All right? I had an amazing time. I did not drink as much the next day, clearly. Right? I didn't drink as much the next day. I still drank, just not as much. And the next night was, no, maybe I had the night's rewound. No, I think the next night was the Tragically Hip. My discovery of them. And I'm like, oh my God, they were fucking amazing. Fucking amazing. Anyway. All right, let's see. What have I missed here? No way do I gotta already go to that screen. Oh my God. Okay. Hold on. What the? Oh, there we go. Okay. Lanny Serum. I'm seeing Kelly on Monday. Nervous. You are. Let me just say this too, Lanny, if you're still listening. I have had my phone. Well, if you watched my newest video, you already know. So I am in the midst of responding to the people that were not on my allowed to break through this week list for no other reason than I could only handle so much this week. But I saw yours. I just haven't responded to you yet. So I've seen your text messages. So I will be responding to you in text. Okay? There's nothing to be nervous about. There's nothing to be nervous about. It's going to be all right. Right? 3D's old news, so we don't care what the 3D's doing. Okay? We're going to be okay. Deluxe 27. Lovely Kim. Well, you already know my situation, but now SP wants to send 3P to pick up the kids so they can go see him. I'm very triggered, but can't keep him from seeing them. Trying to stay on my game. Okay, I'm not going to lie to you. The way you feel in this circumstance is valid. I would not appreciate anybody other than my child's father picking up my children in a scenario like this. So I 100% understand how you're feeling, all right? Feelings are valid. How I would be handling this. Oh, that would piss me right off. Okay? So, we know. Thank you, Ashley. Thank you to all of you saying to give Kim a like. I appreciate it. We know that what we're experiencing in the 3D is old goddamn news. It is old. It is old. It is old. It is a reflection of the state, right? It is the reflection of the state we have been in. Yes? So it will catch up as you work on moving your state. I do want to say, yeah, throw what is it? A chancla? I'm sure I'm saying that wrong. At her if she gets the kids' damn window liquor. Somebody spell it out to me how I'm supposed to pronounce that word. I'm sure I'm saying it wrong. But yeah, throw it at her. But no, listen, he got into an accident. Okay. It would trigger me too, having a 3P show up picking up kids. It would trigger me too. So I understand in this particular circumstance how triggering it can be. Okay? Not that I don't understand. Is that my bitch breaking crap? Girl, you know I fucking love you. Yes. And I watched, I'm sorry, I'll come back to you in a minute, Deluxe. Girl, I watched your vlog today. I watched the vlog. Getting to meet Jamie. All right? What? Hold on. Damn it. Sorry. I finally bought a fucking TV, man. Okay? And I left it on autumnal sounds while I was gone. Girl. Let's talk, Britt. Let's talk, okay? I was very excited. I felt like I was there with you guys. All right? And if I had been there with you when that snarky jerk said something about your gorgeous ass dress that you were wearing, I would have snapped, crackle, popped his ass. Okay? I would have put his ass in his place. How dare he? You know what I think, though? I'm just going to tell you. Mind you, I care more about this than she did. It's not like she went off in this video. It's not like she was triggered. It's me being triggered. Because that's my girl. Nobody messes with my girls, you know, or my guys. Nobody messes with my peeps. I would have went whoop, boom, up, down, the other. Kidding me? But you know what I was thinking, Brett? This is what I'm thinking. I'm thinking by the way that you quickly went right into the mode of don't fuck with me, not today, bitch mode. Why do I feel like he was like dared to go talk to you because they thought you were hot? Which would explain his weird nervousness and giggliness as he's talking to you. Why do I feel like he was secretly in love with you? Or was totally into you in that moment? I really think that. Okay? I'm just saying. But either way, whoever that man is, can you imagine if we manifested he's watching me? Okay? I would tell him right now, you were a turd for that. All right? How about that? But Brittany, I love you and you looked amazing. And I just want you to know, I noticed the sparkles all over the chest area. He was gross. I'm sure he was. But I noticed your sparkles and I love glitter. And when I get myself all spicy, sexy time for my man, you know I'm wearing sparkles. Fuck yeah, dude. I got containers. I used to have shakers of it, and I used to... Did you just see me clink me in my face? I used to shake that shit all over me. So I'd be like a fucking disco ball walking around. Yeah, I did that, okay? And I don't care that I'm 48. I'm wearing glitter. I love it. All right? Okay. Anyways, and one more thing, then I'll stop. You know that you and Jamie looked pretty good together. I'm just saying. You guys match. And you all know, if you don't know, I know I've talked about it in my channel membership, but I have a non-law of assumption belief, all right? So this does not belong to the law of assumption, so you don't have to believe this. This is okay, right? This is just my personal belief. But I have this thing that I believe, so because I believe it, I keep seeing evidence of it in my 3D, right? That's how this works. I have a belief that if we're meant for someone, now granted, we're meant for, we get to choose who we're meant for, right? But this is just my fun belief. That when we're with someone that's really meant for us, that you and that person match. Like your faces match. Not like, so you look like brother and sister match, meaning there's just something similarness, like you're supposed to be together. Okay, that's non-law of assumption. It's not real. It's not a law. It's just my fun little belief that I created, okay? Well, I didn't create it because I've heard other people think it too, but it doesn't mean it's a rule. So don't panic if you look nothing like your specific person. That's not what I'm saying. But, Brittany, you and Jamie, you've got that similarness. You've got that matched face, and it's my 3D, right? This is my perspective. I'm just saying. I'm seeing a match. You know what I mean? Okay. Just saying. But, like, when you put my SP's face next to mine, oh, I see the match. I mean that, Brittany. I'm not just saying that. I'm not. And my channel members, You all know, you've heard me say it in the channel membership. So I'm not just making this up on the spot. I have shared this before. So non-love assumption. I freaking love you. Okay? I freaking love you. All right. Back to work. D-Lutz, back to you. I'm sorry for the pause. Okay? Can you tell I'm like, da-da-da-da-da? You want to know why? I drank Coke today. Coca-Cola. And I had, if you didn't watch my newest video, that's okay. But I had a shit week. I had a growing / healing week. I'm saying that's what it is. Okay? Meaning I was in a funk for the last week. A real funk that I haven't been in a very long time. And the thoughts that were coming into my mind, I have not heard in a very long time. And I needed to just shut right down. Close the world out. Yeah, I had caffeine. So it was a growth moment. And I kept telling myself it was. Along with my girl, Brienne, who also had my back during this time. So I kept telling myself, this is just a growth moment. I'm just I'm shifting to a bigger and better state. I'm leveling up. I know I am. Just like I tell you guys, right? So I woke up yesterday. So the video went up yesterday, but it was recorded the day before for what it's worth. I swear to God, it's like I'm riding a fucking sugar caffeine rainbow ride ever since I woke up Friday. Like I'm on top of the fucking world. I'm on top of the world. So if you're in a down moment, tell yourself it's just a growth moment. You're shedding limiting beliefs and you're about to level up your state. That's what's happening. Because listen, what you believe to be true will be true. It's the law of assumption. You make the rules of your reality. So tell yourself that, because that's what I told myself all week. And it is how I feel, and it is how I felt. Like, I don't know. I know I'm like beyond normal zhuzh. This is more than Mountain Dew zhuzh. Okay? I'm zhuzh. So it's not just me. Everybody else can feel this amazing too. And not worry about a damn thing and know that whatever they want is theirs and it's gonna happen. And nothing can stop us. Anyway. All right. So be prepared. I drank Coca-Cola 2 hours ago. We all know I don't need to just drink it for me to be riding the high of the caffeine. Okay? So it's gonna be an interesting ride tonight. Because I'm like, yeah, Mountain Dew on steroids. Okay. Back to D-Lutz. So, God, I can't even imagine being in your particular situation, because I would struggle handing over my children to a third party. I would too. But we need to start seeing this situation as it's temporary. It's temporary. It's a temporary moment in time. He's going to get to the point where he can't even stand to see his kids with her or around her. He's the one that's going to become not interested in having his kids around her. She's only in the picture to do what? To wake his ass up to being in love with you and realizing you're the only woman for him. I know it's not easy when you're living shit in the 3D. I know it's not. I know it's not easy to pull yourself out of mindset sometimes. I know that. I know that. I know that. But you do have control over the voice in your mind. You do have a little power. And I don't mean you got to flip every damn negative thought that's coming in your mind. It's not what I'm telling you. But you can soothe yourself. Even just the attempts at soothing them is working. Even if it doesn't feel like it. It is. I'm reading what you just wrote. I keep making excuses so they don't go see him. I don't blame you for wanting to make the excuses. At the same time, let's keep it real. We don't want to ever keep children away from the other parent. For the betterment of the children. We don't want that. especially because we don't want that to be another bone of contention either between you two. However, we are manifesting, so, you know, I suppose you can revise anything you want, right? I would probably revise the moment you got told that 3P was coming to pick up the kids. I would be revising that. I would be, you know, I love revising on the spot. And anytime I hear something I don't like, saying it in your mind, no. Wait, 3P is nobody. Exactly. So be easy on yourself, Deluxe. I know it's a bumpy ride, what you're going through. I know it is. See, look, I'm not even going to yell at you tonight. I'm not yelling at you tonight. I know this is tough. I can't imagine it. But we have power, right? We have power of our voice. We have power of our mind. We have power over our thoughts. We can slowly start reminding ourselves of who the hell we are in this scenario, right? All of us has the I am, the God power. If you don't believe in God, insert the word you do. We all have that within us. We all have it within us. And it's always ever working to bring us our desires. Meaning desires as in what we're constantly or dominantly focused on thinking of. So don't give that third party power. Don't let that heifer be your dominant thoughts. Don't give the third party dominant space in your mind. And I know it's not necessarily easy to just drop them from your awareness, even though that's the quickest and fastest way to get rid of them. I get it when when there's pain involved. It's not always easy to just drop them. But what we can do is limit the amount of space we're giving that heifer. Okay? And utilize all the tools of manifestation. You have revision. Right? Revision is one of my favorite tools to use. Okay? This is a temporary moment for you, Deluxe. It's not permanent. It's not your forever. Okay? Helen! Thank you very much. Kim, did my gift to you arrive? Not yet. I went Thursday morning to my P.O. box. So it could have, and it could just be at the P.O. box. I'll be going again this coming week. So at this point, no, because if it had come, I would have discussed it. Because remember, that's my promise, that if you send me something, I will open it or at least show it on my live stream. So at this point, no. But it doesn't mean it's not at the P.O. box. So if you've checked the tracking and it says delivered, see if it says delivered to or ready to be picked up. And that means it's sitting at the P.O. box. And also sometimes it can give a message of like, not delivery failure, but delivery interruption. It says something like that, but it just means they need me to come inside the post office, which means I got to go there. I go there to be, I know I'm talking on my ass right now. My post office is the same post office I have had since I was, well, I guess when you think of my parents owning a P.O. box my entire life, but owning my own since I was 19, okay? So they're not open like normal post offices are. The office, where sometimes if the packages are too big, and even sometimes when they're not too big. Although I do love my new postman, so I'm not talking shit about him. I like him. There's storage lockers they'll put them in, and if they're all filled up, that means they're in the office, and I got to physically go in the office. I can't just go to the P.O. box. That shuts down at noon every day. Sometimes it reopens, sometimes it don't. So, did you need all these details? Probably fucking not. I don't know why I'm sharing them. Long story short, I will check next week. Okay? I like big packages, don't we all? I mean, well, maybe not all of us. But Helen, thank you ahead of time for sending me something. I appreciate it. Christina Katarina, thank you very much. Kim, how can I manifest SP back and get rid of 3P? She added me on Snapchat and posted my SP on her story saying that he's the best boyfriend ever. Oh, she's just chatting shit. We don't give a rat's ass what she's posting. She's chatting shit. And she's going to look like a dumbass when he dumps her ass and comes back to you. She's chatting shit. We do not care what that dumb bitch says. So I get it though, right? It would be upsetting to see that, but like how many people post things like that and that's not really what's happening behind closed doors? Yeah? Okay. So this is your reality, Christina. Yeah, we don't care about window lickers. Okay? Christina, it's your reality. This is your 3D. All right? It's yours. Do you need that reminder? Do you know that you're the head bitch in charge of your reality? Not 3P. Now, the quickest and easiest way to remove a third party or remove anything out of your 3D that you don't want or like is getting them out of your awareness, not giving them any focus or attention or thought. Granted, I get it when we can't just drop something from our awareness. So there is always the opportunity to give it the meaning that this heifer is only in the equation to wake your man up to realize, no, he's head over heels in love with you. But at the same time, it would behoove you to start working on your state of consciousness. Your state of consciousness. So meaning we start looking into our past, our previous relationships, see if we see a pattern. Has there been third parties in other relationships? Then we know we have a pattern existing and we want to work on that, right? Because we are the only cause of what we manifest. But on this channel, we do not take that as blame. We do not blame ourselves for anything that's manifested. We acknowledge, okay, I can see where my thoughts or my state, no such thing as a 3P. She's just his ex. I like that. I like that attitude. Our state is how we are ever perceiving anything in our 3D, but our state is also saying the who we are identifying ourselves as. So what state are you currently embodying? What version of yourself are you identifying yourself as? Are you identifying with the story or the narrative that 3Ps come into your existence? Is that who you're identifying yourself with? And if so, why? And obviously you were at some point identifying yourself as that, even if you weren't consciously thinking that, right? So subconsciously, is there a belief going in that little mind of yours that maybe you don't feel chosen, maybe you don't feel good enough, maybe you have a belief that there's always a competition or always someone else, meaning anybody you date will cheat on you? Take a look at where, what your ego is telling you in regards to this manifestation. Meaning when you think of your specific person, where does your mind go? Obviously, I know your first answer is going to be, well, I think of the third party. Okay, but why did third party come into the picture? Do you see what I mean? And like I said, acknowledging and accepting that it is our minds manifesting and projecting out to our 3D never means we blame ourselves for what we've manifested. Ever. Ever, ever. Okay? So take a look at that. And then, once you've identified what it is, we need to start seeing ourselves in a different way. No, we are the woman who's always chosen. We're always the one wanted. Of course he's head over heels in love with me. Why wouldn't he be? I'm a badass bitch. I'm fucking amazing. I'm beautiful. Or if that doesn't judge you, how about I am the God of my reality? I have God within me, or higher power, or whatever else I'm thinking. Source energy, right? I have that within me. That's how I'm manifesting. I have the I amness within me. That's how I'm manifesting. I am God having a human experience. Be the observer of your mind. Be the observer of your 3D. What stories are you holding? And let's decide we are not someone who ever has to worry about third parties, competition, or something. Yeah, I am that I am. Yeah. Yes, Leslie. So start taking a look at that. And then get yourself into a state that is more beneficial. You can get yourself there by start asking yourself questions. What if it was easy for me to believe that I'm the woman who has it all? Or I'm the woman who is, I have the pickings of anyone I want. I am the woman that is, absolutely loved and adored and cherished by whatever your SP's name is. Yeah, every time he sees 3P, he closes his eye in disgust. And he asks himself, what the hell have I done here? Okay? Yeah, I always say there is no competition. Damn right. I think she came into the picture because I had bad self-esteem. Okay. I know sometimes self-esteem and self-concept is intertwined. Which is, to me, it's not a big deal. I know we can go into definitions. Let's not waste our time there. They're similar. So what's your concept of self? So when you say you had low self-esteem, what does that mean to you? Does that mean you're carrying a story where you don't feel good enough? I'll tell you that when I first found manifestation and really started understanding it, meaning the law of assumption, I knew it was always there in my mind. Like I could always hear it, but I never really put attention on it as far as working on it. I never felt interesting enough. Like I never felt like I had anything to talk about. So I struggled along with my appearance, right? Because I always thought that, nobody wants a fat girl. No man wants to date a fat girl. That's how I talk to myself in my mind. Also, I would say I'm not interesting enough. I have nothing to talk about. I sit there and feel like there's nothing that I have to give. I have nothing to give. There's nothing special about me. I don't have an interesting career. I don't have whatever else I used to tell myself at the time. I had to work on that. So what's the story you're carrying? What's the story? And start working on that. That's your concept of self. Your concept of self is a direct attachment to your state. Some people will say that your state is your self-concept. Yeah, I guess. But your state has its own manifestations, its own experiences, its own beliefs, its own assumptions. Each state does. So, thank you, Sarah. Brue. She'll always be Moreau to me. Start taking a look at that. Yeah, and what if it was easy for you to believe that you have an amazing self-concept? It's easy for you to believe that, whatever made you feel less than is healed. You are healed from that. You're no longer that version. And when the thoughts are coming up into your mind, no, that's not a part of my story anymore. That's not me. That's an old version. I don't have to worry about that anymore. If the negative thought, like a specific one, keeps coming into your mind, you're going to want to address that one and address it by sitting with it. And when I say sit with your negative thoughts, it's not marinating. I know some people worry that it's marinating. It's not marinating when you're just listening. When you're just listening and realize that those negative thoughts, when they're coming in, whatever they are, they're not truth. They're not truth, and they don't belong to you anymore. Do you know what I mean? They don't belong to you. No, I think it's just common names. Dylan James. Yeah, that's not the other Dylan James. We got two. No, it's not a fake one. It's just they're two different people. So thank you very much, other Dylan James. So hopefully that made sense. Yeah. Listen, getting into the state doesn't mean some, magical process. It's not. It's what if it was easy for you to believe you were that new version of yourself. It's baby stepping your way there. Okay? Okay. Owen de Bruin, thank you very much. Hi, Kim. While manifesting my SP, a 3P came out of nowhere. But 3P looks and acts similar to me. How can I take the 3P away and focus on having my SP? What? This is a 3P night, papes. This is a 3P night. What is going on? Papes. Fuck those 3Ps. Fuck them entirely. Listen, third parties manifest because somewhere within ourselves, we don't feel good enough. Some of you have also, really marinated in the thoughts of, what if they find someone else? What if somebody else comes into their life? What if, right? Other people are not worried about them getting another person, but inside they don't feel good enough. They feel like they're not going to be chosen, Because I've heard people say, I didn't worry about him getting another person. I didn't think about a third party. Okay. Do you feel chosen? Do you feel good enough? Do you feel worthy of love? Do you expect whoever you're with to get bored of you? To get tired of your shit? And I don't mean that as in like you're giving shit. I'm saying that's how we talk to ourselves sometimes. Or you reacted to an argument. You reacted back to SP. And now you're worried that you went too far. You said too much. You shouldn't have done that. The shoulda, coulda, woulda. Fuck all that entirely. There is nothing you can do to ruin your manifestations. Nothing. Nothing. In my experience, not just because it makes me feel good to say it, experience. Think of it like this. Anything we're manifesting, if you don't know about manifestation, if you don't know about it, you're just going to take the longer road with bumps and curves and windy roads. But eventually, your heart's desire will eventually get you there. Eventually. But now you know about manifestation. And all the work you're doing is just shortening the road. It's just shortening the road. It's making it not so windy. And as long as you keep telling yourself that there's nothing that can get in the way of you and your manifestation, it's the law of assumption. What you assume to be true will be true. There's no, back room where, we can out talk or outword the law of assumption. It is what it is. What you believe to be true will be true. Period. So if you keep telling yourself that there's nothing that can stop you, nothing can get in the way, it's mine. Doesn't matter that I reacted. Doesn't matter that a third party came into the picture. It doesn't fucking matter. I'm still going to get what I want. I might not like what I see in my 3D right now, but I'm still going to get what I want in the end. And I might have days where I'm really fucking triggered by what I see in that 3D. Still not going to stop me from getting what I want. Somehow, some way, we're still being led there. And if you keep telling yourself that, it's going to become a belief. And we know what happens with beliefs. They become true and our reality. Okay? So no, that's right, Heidi. I can't mess this up. I will get what I want. Everything is happening the way it's supposed to. Nothing can get in the way. Yes. Adopt that thinking. Start telling yourself that. It's not like, I feel that sometimes some people teach from the perspective like there's this, book of extra rules that we have to follow. No, it's the law of assumption. What you assume to be true will be true. Period. It's that simple. It is that simple. You might not believe it. You might not instantly get that belief into your mind instantly, but if you repetitively tell yourself it, it's eventually going to take place, and it's going to work, and it's going to become true in your reality. Hence, that your negative, fearful thoughts don't create. Now, I know that there's the argument, well, your subconscious mind doesn't know the difference between good and bad thoughts or negative, positive thoughts. No, but your subconscious mind, which is your universe, or you can think of it as it's the God within you. Your imagination is your connection to God, right? It's giving you a 3D experience anyway, isn't it? And you're telling me that if you've accepted the belief that God is within you, and that is where we're getting our manifestation power, that the God power within us doesn't know the difference between positive and negative? It just doesn't make sense to me. Why can our subconscious accept any other belief that we give it, but not the difference between good and bad? Well, I'm sorry, we're creating an experience anyway, aren't we? I say this, I don't like hearing limitations. I like hearing we're going to get whatever we want. And if I keep telling myself that, then my subconscious has to give me that. And that's been my experience since I found the law of assumption, even though I sucked at it my first year, hence the 2 solo vacations. But you see what I'm saying? Adopt the fucking mindset. Your fucking 3D will change. It will. Your 3D is always a reflection of what state you're embodying, period. Okay? So Owen, listen, Owen, don't you trouble yourself with the fact that, you know, the 3P you think looks like you. Don't you trouble yourself with that. Don't you trouble yourself with that. Don't even go there. Do you know why the 3P looks similar to you? Because your actual SP knows, right? Knows that they're head over heels in love with you. And whatever with your own beliefs and assumptions that created a 3P experience, which you do not blame yourself for. Okay? Well, no wonder that he or she picks somebody similar to you, because your person's head over heels in love with you. So you tailor your thinking, yeah? Start embodying the state, or body the version of yourself that knows that your person's head over heels in love with you and wants only you and is only with that dumbass just for the experience of waking up the SP. Nothing more than that. Waking up the SP to realize, oh my God, no, I want Owen. I only want Owen. What have I done here with this moron? Give me Owen. It's nothing more than that. It's not because your SP's dying to be with the 3P. And that's anybody with third parties. It's not your specific person dying to be with that other person. It's your own subconscious beliefs that have projected out into the 3D to create an experience to match your assumptions. So somewhere within the self-concept, there's an assumption somewhere where you don't feel good enough, you don't feel wanted, you expect people to cheat, you know, it could be all different things. But you address those, then your 3D has to reflect your new assumptions. 3Ps are not in the picture because your SP is dying to be with somebody other than you. That's not the case. I know it feels that way. And I know it hurts when fucking 3Ps are in the picture. I know it hurts. Work on your self-concept. Change your state of consciousness. And everything out here will change. And 3P will go bye-bye. For real. Diamond Victoria, thank you very much. I was looking at my SP's social media and I found out that he's dating a girl who's the exact opposite of his type and who's also engaged to someone else, confused and hurt why he chose her over me. He did not choose. He did not choose her. He did not choose. So where within your self-concept is there a belief? Sounds to me, I mean, to me, that's like cookie cutter classic of, I don't feel chosen. I don't feel chosen. Somebody just called me brilliant. Wow, that's brilliant, Kim. H.M. Norvell. Thank you very much, new best friend. Feel free to call me brilliant anytime you want. Thank you. Okay, but no, seriously. Your question. I'm confused and hurt why he chose her over me. So simple. You probably have a belief there that whoever you're in love with will choose someone over you, or you don't feel good enough. So address that and he'll be back. Honestly, to anybody with 3Ps, don't give your 3P, don't look into the 3P. Don't search their social media. And if you already have, today's the day you stop. Get away from the third party social media. Get away from your SP social media temporarily. Okay? Get away from it. Sweet warrior. Oh my God, girl, I haven't seen you in a long time. What's it? I used to feel unchosen. Now since I've stepped into I am chosen over thing and anyone, things are good. I had no doubt. I had no doubt, girl. I had no doubt. I knew you were going to do it. Mm-hmm. But yet, Diamond Victoria. Okay. Okay. You guys, this is for everybody. I know there's a chunk of us who struggle to accept the no free will concept. Okay. We can still work with that, but I mean, they don't have free will. Your 3D experience is only ever the projection, the reflection of your inner beliefs and assumptions. SPs, 3Ps, NEPs are like actors, but yet they're still humans. They're actors. They're actors. And they are fulfilling your, not role, script. They're fulfilling the script you've written. Okay? Not my daughter. Not my daughter being nasty. But no, seriously. They're fulfilling the acting gig that you've provided with your assumptions and beliefs. See what I'm saying? So your specific people are not choosing third parties because they're dying to. But if you have a belief that you're not chosen, sorry, Mom, I'm the worst. If you have a belief you're not chosen, they have no choice but to fulfill that assumption of yours. Period. Change the assumption, SP will change. But I know some of you hold those things against SPs. I know we sit in resentment and anger against SPs because now they've cheated, in your opinion, right? And I get that. Your feelings are valid, right? Feelings are always valid. But if you know you're the only cause of what you experience, you are the only cause of what we experience in the 3, not from a place of blame. I cannot say that enough. If you know it's you and you know that the 3D is a reflection of your beliefs and assumptions, why are we going to hold it against them? And I know that's a tough concept when you're the one who's been in the situation and you've been hurt. I know that. We're not doormats just because we're manifesting. But I'm saying you're holding them in an old story by hanging on to the resentment. And the only person the resentment, the anger, the hurt is still hurting is you. Is you. See what I'm saying? It's you. So we don't want to do that. We want to forgive. We want to let go. We want to let go of old stories that don't belong to you anymore because you're not going to be that version of you anymore. You're stepping into the new version of yourself. There are infinite versions of ourselves. Infinite. States and versions are the same thing. Okay? So there's a version of you that doesn't have all this baggage of fucking old stories, limiting beliefs. You're stepping into that new version. And it doesn't take a long time. It doesn't take forever working on yourself to get there. It doesn't. And you don't have to stay in that state 24/7 to get your manifestations either. Because you're a human and you're going to fall out of it. And that's okay. It's just the not giving up that matters. You get up and you get back into that state. And the reason why I push the states of consciousness is because you're going to feel better mentally and physically when you get into a more beneficial state. You're going to feel better. That's a guarantee. You're gonna feel better, and you're gonna see everything so differently. Things are gonna roll right off your back. You're not gonna give a shit about a lot of stuff in a good way. Work on your state. Okay? So Diamond Victoria, work on the belief of not feeling chosen. Your SP will be back. Anybody with 3B, your SPs will come back. It's not an issue. It really isn't. It feels like one because you're hurting. Because that's what's happening in the 3D, but it's not permanent. Nothing in the 3D is permanent unless you want it to be permanent. Okay? Okay, let's see. I gotta refresh. VC, thank you very much. SP and I saw each other after a month this Tuesday, and we had a really nice time, like boyfriend, girlfriend, but he blocked me last week because I was getting my hopes up, and it was hard for him to see me and talk to me every day. This is confusing. Need your comment. Okay, so he used the wording that you were getting your hopes up. Okay, so let's take a look at where your mind has been. And let's look over the last month. Where has your mind been? What state have you been embodying? And what meaning are you giving this current circumstance in the 3D? The reason why I'm saying it like that is because sometimes when we get a circumstance, we won't even call it manifest a circumstance. We get a circumstance in our 3D and it shocks us. I want to tell you that, there are no big booms in the 3D. There are no big, oh, how did this happen? There is, that doesn't happen. And I know we want to say that it does. It doesn't. There are never big surprises once you're awake to manifestation. Mine's been all over the place because I'm getting used to my new life and my new job. Okay. So I really want to preface this. And so just so you know, VC, I'm not pointing finger at you when I'm saying this to the entire public. I know that some of us fear, well, what if that does happen? What if I get my hopes up that, this manifestation shit's going to work and I'm going to get my specific person? What if I start believing that and then it doesn't happen? It blows up in my face. There are no big my mind just went filthy. Sorry. There are no big booms in the 3D. There are no big booms. Do you see what I'm saying? There's no, oh my God, how did this happen? How did this happen? I never thought this thought. This doesn't make sense. Yes, it does. That's what she said. Yep. No, but yes, it does. It makes sense. Because somewhere, at some point, there's an unaddressed belief. And that's why it showed up. And like I said, this isn't about blaming. It's about, okay, observing the 3D. This is why I also say you don't have to fear anymore. I know sometimes we have one foot in and one foot out because we're afraid to put our whole self into this manifestation shit in case it doesn't work out. Yes, it will work out. Yes, it will. Yes, it will work. You don't have to do the 1 foot in and the 1 foot out. There are no real surprises in the 3D. There are none. What we experience is always something, either a direct thought we've entertained, which, if we remember, our thoughts are a product of the state we're embodying. So we have an unchecked belief, or we've been marinating in some place we shouldn't have been. Okay? So that, I would hope, releases some fear of putting your all into this. Because you're not going to have a surprise and it's going to fail on you. It's not going to happen. No such thing is getting in to a beneficial or pleasurable state of consciousness and then not seeing results in the 3D, whether it's the full manifestation or its movement. But the same rules apply when we are shut back down into a shittier state. And it doesn't mean we're bad or we're failures if we go back into a shittier state. It just means we're the observers. Our thoughts, they're shitty. Okay. I'm observing what thoughts are coming in. I know I'm not in a pleasurable state. I know I'm not, or a more beneficial state. Let's work my way there. Or be listening to what thoughts you're having. Okay? What thoughts you're having, because maybe they're ones we need to address, and they probably are. But, so VC, if he actually spoke the words, you're getting your hopes up, that would tell me that perhaps that's something within you that, whether you actually had the thoughts of what if I'm getting my hopes up and this doesn't pan out with him, or I'm afraid this isn't going to work out. I'm afraid maybe manifestation doesn't work, even though I know it does. Either way, whatever's in our 3D never stops us from getting what we want, ever. It's just another board down on our bridge of incidents. Good or bad, it's just another another board down. So I would be taking a look at what state you're currently embodying. Who are you identifying yourself as? Are you the woman who knows that man is going to turn his ass around and get his ass back over here and be in love with me because I love him and we are exchanging unconditional love for one another? Because he's not giving and he's not taking love away from you. He's not. The love, the unconditional love, is already within. You already have it. You are the I am. He just reflects. So are you being that version right now? Are you identifying yourself as that version? Or are you identifying yourself as, no, I'm the girl who gets a dumbass text like, I don't want you to get your hopes up. I can't stand to see you getting your hopes up. I don't know if I can give you what you want right now. I don't know if I can be what you say. I can't be all in right now. Or other dumb shit they say to us. No, you're not going to be that version. You're going to work on yourself and you're going to step back into that state of knowing you get what you want and everything's always working out for you. You're a limitless being. Limitless. If being sarcastic and sassy and demanding, cocky, confident, like me, is too much, focus on the unconditional love. Focus on you being the I am. And the I am is always working with you to bring you what you want. There's never anything to fear. No matter what that 3D looks like, doesn't matter if it's the polar opposite of what you're manifesting. It doesn't matter. Your manifestation's still coming. I unknowingly had SP on a pedestal for so long and denied. I had him there. Yeah, no more. And things changed. Boom. Sweet warrior stepped in to being the version of herself who knows. No, that man's in love with me. I have nothing to worry about. I have nothing to worry. I know this is working. I know we're going to have a loving, fulfilling relationship for the rest of our lives. I know it. There's no point in having them on a pedestal. No. I'm on the pedestal. Right? There's nothing to worry about, VC. Take a look at what state you're embodying. Yeah, Poop is tired. Poop, what are you doing? Are you looking something disgusting? Poop. Poop. Totally ignoring me. Poop. Look at her fucking. This is what she does. She ignores me. No respect. Poop. 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 Hey. Are you singing this? Okay, you want a treat? She don't give a shit. That didn't even get her to stop. What are you doing? What are you doing? Hey. Hey, hey, hey. No. No, no. No, no. You leave that alone. You leave it alone. Okay? You leave it alone. Okay? She keeps licking the same spot over and over and over on her foot. Hey! She don't fucking listen to me. We're going to the vet. Hey! Come here. Let's get a treat. Here you go. There you go. Good girl. Excuse me. Pardon me, man. Can I get back? Thanks. Okay. VC, you're gonna be all right. Okay? You're gonna be all right. Work on your stage. Okay. Ranja K. Thank you very much. Old 3D circumstances showing up, me asking him out a certain day, no response, and days are over. Wait, no response, and days are over. Urgh, please judge me. Love you, Kim. Love you too, Ranja. Okay. So, I like that she worded it that way because it's going to be beneficial to others, how I'm going to word this. So, old 3D circumstances are showing up. Me asking him out a certain day and no response and days are over. Okay. Now, so basically, she's mentioning that she asked SP to go out, hang out, whatnot. And there's no response. Okay. When we are manifesting, our number one rule of thumb is what? We want to be authentic to ourselves and what we're really feeling, what we're really thinking. Yeah? Because we can't lie to ourselves. Well, we can, but you're not going to get away with it because your 3D is going to reflect it. Meaning, when we want change in our 3D, we want change in our circumstances, then the same behaviors, the same things we've been fucking doing all along. Excuse me. Thanks. Just help yourself to a grocery bag. What was that? All right, let me see this. Ranja, let me come back to you. Do you guys mind waiting for like 3 minutes. I'm going to run out to my car. I forgot. I bought her a toy today. I'm going to run out to my car and get it. Give it to her. And then I'll be back. And I'll pick up with Rhonda. Okay? Come on. You guys don't mind waiting just a few minutes for poop. Okay? Look at, she's giving you the eyes. I'll be right back. Gotta open it first. Oh shit. Where are my scissors? What? Hold on. There we are. Okay. All right. Hold on. Good girl. Okay. You play with that one first. I'll get these ready. Damn it. Okay. All right, back to Rhonda. So, where I was going with that is when we're trying to get change in our circumstances and change in people, right? We have to change. And so it's not only just changing the state we're embodying, changing the version of ourselves. You're going to hear noise. It's also changes in our behaviors in the 3D. So, not that I'm trying to say that you can never ask your specific person out. I don't mean that. But if you know, I'm trying to be serious with the fucking squeaking, you know what I'm saying? Oh. What? What is it? What is it? I'm sorry. She's having so much fun. Okay. Poop does hate the vet, kitty. But this new vet's good. Anyways, Ranja, we have to change. We have to make the change. We have to break the habit. So if we know we're going to get upset, triggered, when SP doesn't respond to us after asking them out, then that's the behavior we need to cut out for now. We need to cut that out. We've got to make change to get change, or do change to get change. We have to stop the habit of the old man, right? Death to the old man. The old man's the old story, the old version of ourselves, the old state we don't want to be anymore. And it's okay. I see that. We've been talking about doing something this weekend. I get it. But hold on. She's going to knock everything over. Just a minute. There. You already... Let's look at it like this. There's a reason why I say get your hands out of the pot. She's very happy. Anyway, okay. There's a reason why I say fuck the 3D and get your hands out of the pot. The reason why I say that is we don't want to push. Yes, she's a pit bull. We don't want to push. We don't want to push the 3D. We don't want to poke the 3D. We don't want to keep bugging the SP. Not that I think you're keeping bugging the SP. I didn't mean it like that. But if we know we're going to get triggered when they're not fucking responding, then let's take that step back. Let's take the step back and say, okay, I'm not going to push 3D anymore. I'm not going to push the 3D anymore. I'm not going to poke that 3D anymore. I'm going to stay over here. I'm going to work on my state of consciousness. I'm going to be embodying the version of myself. She seriously wants you to listen to me, Ranja. She's trying to give you tips. I know me. When I'm in a scenario where I want SP to do something, poking and bugging and reminding in the 3D doesn't usually get the results. Me stepping back and focusing on my state of consciousness, the person I am, who I'm identifying myself as. When I focus that on there, and when I can't even talk, when I make that my priority, that's when I get results in my 3D. It's when I step away from the 3D and go within. Listen, there's a reason why Neville says I just thought everything went out. I thought the power went out. Sorry. There's a reason why Neville says be still and know. What's the matter? All right, hold on. She lost it under the couch. She's not gonna stop until I give it to her. So hold on. Jesus. Oh, this is our fucking entrance back. Come out. There you go. Is that the right one? Oh no. Got it? There you go. Jesus, how many toys were under there? Okay. I had to get it where she wasn't gonna stop. Okay. So when you're manifesting anything, make your state. Not the broom. I had to get underneath the couch, man. I got a Chase couch, man. You want to make your state, focusing on your state, your number one. Okay? Make that your focus, not poking at the 3D. And yes, as far as like Ranja, I know you guys were talking about doing something together. I know that. But going forward, let's say it like this. SP and you were talking, discussing getting together this weekend. And then after that, I would not poke and remind him. I wouldn't send his ass suggestions. I would do nothing. I would allow the 3D. I would allow it to handle on its own, meaning I'd focus on my state. I'd focus on my state. And chances are you'll get the results of him remembering that you guys talked about getting together. See what I'm saying? Break the habit of reaching out. Like, hey, are we still getting together this weekend? Do you want to do this? No more of that. Break that habit so we can get the change. We got to stop old behaviors to get the new results. See what I'm saying? Be still and know. It's one of my favorite Neville Goddard quotes. That's also, I forgot where it's I think it's a psalm, one of the Psalms in the Bible. But be still and know. Calm your mind. Still your mind. Calm the mind, still the mind, and know it's going to happen. Your SP's not going to forget about you. And this is for everybody. This is not just for Rhonda. Your SP's not going to forget about you if you don't reach out to them. And I know that some people's fears that, oh, if I don't stay in contact with them, if I don't text them, they won't text me. If I don't call them, they won't call me. If I don't reach out, he or she won't reach out to me. Or they're going to forget about me. What if days go by? What if weeks go by? What if months go by? And I never hear from them because I didn't do it. What if I don't, just remind them that they promised to take me out, for Christmas? What if? No. That's you putting your faith in the 3D. Your faith needs to be in the 4D. In the 4D. Because there's always something working for you out here. Always. Unless it's inspired action, get your hands out of the pot. And you're going to know what's inspired. It's not something that you're going to be hemming and hawing and wondering if you should do. It'll come so flippantly, you'll just do it and you'll think about it later. That's inspired action. It's not something that you're going to shit yourself over and ask a million times, should I or shouldn't I? Should I or shouldn't I? No, it's going to be something as simple as fucking pulling over and getting gas or running to the grocery store. Or you saw something funny and you didn't even give it a second thought and wanted to share it with SP and just did it. Do you see what I'm saying? That's inspired action. Oh! That scare you? Yeah, what's fell on you? You're okay. You're okay. Come here. Oh, excuse me. Okay? You don't need to do anything. When it comes to action in manifestation, okay? We don't need to do anything. You'll be inspired to do something if you are needed in the manifestation flow or in your bridge of incidents. You'll be inspired to do it. Okay? I think my SP is in this chat. Wouldn't that be something? That would be hilarious. So let's start chatting shit. Okay, Rhonda? Okay? Heidi, thank you very much. I'm getting good movement. I see the bridge playing out. How to keep it going without feeling like I gotta do more and not strict it to what I think it is. Also, I miss you. I miss you too, girl. I miss our chit chats. How to keep it going without feeling like I gotta do more. Okay. That's a good one. So we need to talk about that. So, you have a stalker in the chat? What do you mean you have a stalker in the chat? For real, for real? Are we being silly, Sarah Moreau? Is somebody here that's giving you a hard time? Because I'll snap, crackle, pop their ass. Heidi, this is a good topic, so this is good for other people too. I know, all right, I'm going to use states as an example here. When people are listening to me and they're starting to apply states of consciousness, they notice that they're not feeling called to affirm as much anymore. There's nothing wrong with affirmations, by the way. If you love affirmations, you keep affirming your balls off. They don't feel called to do that anymore. They're finding it easy to step into this new version of themselves. They might fall out, but they're stepping into the new version. They're seeing movement in the 3D, which they will. Okay. Well, okay, whoever's stalking my girl Sarah, better quit that shit. Better stop it. You better leave her alone. Okay. So, I fucking mean it. I mean it. If we're being serious, let's bring it. Leave her alone. Stop emailing Sarah. Stop it. You're welcome, Sarah. We don't stalk other HBICs. Are you serious? Stalk other people? We're manifesting. You want to be with Sarah? Manifest her. Okay? You'll get a different version of her. You won't get that version. But get the other Sarah. Okay? You better have gotten the message. No stalkery. Okay? Can you imagine how unattractive that is? All right? Okay. So anyway. Heidi. Sweet warrior. Leave Sarah alone. All right. I know that when we start taking a look at states, you don't feel called as, to do visualizing, affirming, and scripting as much anymore. And then sometimes the panic starts. Like, oh my God, I should be doing more. Like, I should be doing more. What if I'm not doing enough? Because I don't feel like I'm doing anything now. I'm just thinking about being the version of me who has my manifestations. Oh, I should be doing something more. Right? No. The answer is no. Because here's why. The feeling the need that I got to keep doing more, that's a limiting belief. That's a fear in itself. And that's you being in a state of thinking, I must do so much in order to get my manifestations. I must do that. Listen, before you found manifestation, you weren't even aware that you were manifesting. Were you worried about, setting your fucking alarm clock to talk shit to yourself? No. So if you're not having negative thoughts about your manifestation, you're not having shit talks to yourself in your mind, meaning your inner conversations with yourself. You're not chatting shit. You're not worried about your manifestation. You're thinking good thoughts. You're actually thinking of being the version of yourself that has the desire. You're there most of the time. And you're feeling good and your thoughts aren't going in the wrong direction, you're doing enough. You're doing enough. If shitty thoughts are coming in, yeah, we want to listen. We're always the observer of our thoughts. We're always the observer of our 3D. But you know the stories you're telling in your mind. And if they're not against your manifestation, you're doing enough. You're doing enough. The minute states of consciousness made sense to me, seriously, that 2-week time frame of me grasping it and applying it and getting into the groove of it. It took me about 2 weeks to get it down, right? After that, that was the end of my daily scripting. That was the last day of it. I shit you not. Now, maybe once or twice a month, I will script because I enjoy writing, and I enjoy writing down the things that I'm going to experience. But I don't feel this necessity to constantly script or else my manifestation won't come. Not true. That's a limiting fucking belief. And yes, it is the repetition. That's repetition that changes our thinking. But by repetition, that could be the repetition of you scripting. If you like to script, it's that repetition of that. If you like affirming, it's the repetition of you affirming. If you like visualizing, it's the repetition of you visualizing. Or if you like to just embody the state or the version of yourself that has the desire, and you really, really immerse yourself in the idea that you are now that version of yourself that has all your heart's desires, it's the repetition of doing that that brings your desires. And I'm telling you, from the moment I was in a groove of embodying the state, I have not daily scripted since. It is the only thing I'm doing to manifest at this point. And I'm manifesting. Do you see what I mean? So if you're panicking that you need to do more, no, you don't. If your head's in the toilet and you're thinking shit fucker land thoughts, we got to address it. We got to take a look at that. But if you're not having negative thoughts and you want to lessen your manifestation game, you want to make your manifestation game a little more simple, which I'm going to tell you, if you've been on this journey long enough, you're going to get to the point. I just believe that. You're going to get to the point where you're going to want to lighten up the manifestation game because you want it to be natural. You want this entire, no matter what category you're manifesting in, you want it to get to the place where it's natural for you to think of yourself as having the desire. Do you see what I'm saying? She's destroying the toy about her, but it's one of those hard chewers, so you're just hearing her, you're just hearing the clanking of her teeth. It's working pretty good as a hard one. She hasn't busted any of it. Apu. I love when she gets toys that she loves because she will totally think she ignores me when she's licking her leg. She's ignoring me when she has her toys too. So if you're stressing that you need to do more and you're not having negative thoughts, you can let that go. That's a fearful, limiting belief. Period. Okay? Was that good? Oh, also Heidi asked about, restricting to, how she thinks this manifestation must play out, or the how. And that was something I struggled with when I was manifesting a lump sum of money. I could only see it coming one way, and that's why it took so damn long, because I needed to let that go. Right? We don't ever, listen, do I think that we will get to a point on our evolving journey of our mind that we will be able to control the how successfully? Yeah, I do. I think that's a part of our journey, but not from the point of being desperate and needy. I have to control the how. Meaning, no, I think I just want to try this. I think I want to just try it. I want it to show up this way. And I wanted to have to take this journey from a relaxed, non-resistive mindset. From a no resistance state. Yeah, I think we're evolving to that. I do. But when we're still in, it must happen this way because I'm desperate, needy, and worried, that's not when we want to let go of that how. Do you see what I'm saying? We're always going to be evolving until we croak and we're back to the one consciousness. That's my opinion. So when you find yourself consistently thinking, my manifestation has to play out this way, or I can't see it happening any other way, We've got to address that. We have to remind ourselves in those moments who we are again. No, I am the I am. And the mind I'm talking to you with, the mind you're listening to me with, is our 3D mind. Our 3D, or like high school level 3D mind. And after we graduate high school and we're hitting to the college years, we're going to call that's the 4D mind. And that's not always for us to understand, because that's the highest of the highest consciousness, right? The God, the I am within us, knows a better way and route to bring your manifestation to you in the most perfect timing and in the most perfect way, right? The ideas that our 3D basic bitch mind can come up with for our manifestation to show up is limiting, and more than likely totally snuffing off our manifestation, definitely slowing it down. We don't have to understand everything. We don't have to make sense out of everything. Our 3D logical literal minds want to make sense. We want to make sense out of everything. But I don't believe that we can comprehend above the 3D just yet. Maybe we can understand some things, but I don't think we comprehend it all. We can't. And that's a good thing. That's a good thing. Your I amness, right? It's got it under control. And it's going to do a better job than what your limited mind can come up with. So when your mind is like, I can't see it any other way, that's okay. You don't need to see it any other way. You need to just worry about having it. You don't need to focus on how it's going to get to you. So don't worry about it. Don't worry that you can't see it coming to you any other way but this one route. That's okay, because you're not even supposed to be looking over there. Take a look over here. Just your sexy eyes should only be focused on the you having it. Okay? All right. Jasmine, thank you very much. Beautiful and Kim. Finally, direct contact from SP since 2018. Got major movement, plus still have old memorable gifts I gave him. Said it gave him amazing memories and makes him smile. OMG, Jasmine. Oh my God. That is fucking amazing. Congratulations. And nothing like giving us proof and validation that SPs are thinking about us. They are thinking about us when we're thinking of them. Nothing like, hello, he's hanging on to gifts that you had given him in the past. And it makes him think of you. Hello? Mic drop. Congratulations, beautiful. We're fucking unstoppable. Do you guys know that? Do you believe it? Do you believe it like I believe it? You should believe it. And no, you don't have to believe in order to manifest, but goddamn, your journey will be so much more fun, so much more comfortable if you would believe. It's normal to have the doubtful thoughts. It is. But if you could spend more time in investing in believing, holy shit, this journey is going to be better for you. Just saying. I love manifestation. I'm obsessed with manifesting. And yeah, I said obsessed. I don't care. I like that word. Okay? Okay? All the little negativities. You shouldn't want to use the word obsessed. Well, why not? I like it. I like obsessed. I'll say it all I want. Okay? If you're using the word obsessed, that's not coming from love. Oh, stop sucking all the fun out of manifestation. Stop being a fun sucker. We can say what we want. What do you care? I'm not manifesting in your reality. What do you care what words I use, you fun sucker? Huh? Party pooper? What are your intentions with using the word obsessed? What do you care? It ain't your manifestation. It's mine. Why do you care? That's just weird. Get your own words. I don't care what you're saying in your affirmations. I don't care what words you're using. It's your manifestation. I don't give a rat's ass about it. Why you gotta have a rat's ass about everybody else's business? What do you care? Fun sucker? Oh, I gotta drink more soda. Okay? You know I'm right though, right? Deep down in your core, you guys know I'm right about that. What do you care what other words people are using in their affirmations? Oh, you're using the word obsessed. That's not coming from unconditional love. You can't use that word. What do you care, Jack Nickel ass? Why do you care what your neighbor is using? What verbiage they're using in their affirmations? What do you care? That is so strange to me. Mind your business. You weren't invited to their affirmation party. How about that? You weren't invited. Shut up. Middle child syndrome? Yes, I have it. Okay? Am I wrong? Am I wrong? Listen, that's my favorite phrase from The Big Lebowski when Walter Sobchak would say it all the time. Am I wrong? But am I wrong? No, I'm not. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, well done, Jasmine. I am very happy for you. Well done. You're going to look at me and tell me I'm wrong? Megan F. Thank you very much. Oh my God. Mom passed away 2 weeks ago, and it was making me so stressed to flip thoughts while grieving, discovered states, and I feel so much better. Thank you. Megan F., I am so fucking sorry. Oh my God. I am so incredibly sorry. I am so sorry for the loss of your mother. Good Lord. I am so sorry. And you know what? I'm glad. I'm glad that you dropped the constant flipping of thoughts. But let me just say this. You allow yourself the time to grieve. Don't you worry about your manifestations. They're not going to, run away. You're not going to lose momentum if you take a break from the manifestation game to have your time to grieve. I just want you to know that, okay? And I'm glad States has clicked with you. Okay, I'm very glad. It's going to lighten the load as well. But I am sincerely sorry for the loss of your mother. I can't even imagine it. I'm so sorry. And here you're so lovely. You're so lovely. I've seen your comments throughout the night. You got the best attitude. All the while. You have that on your shoulder. I am so sorry. Oh, jeez. You get your humor from your mama. Well, then I'm sure your mama was fucking amazing. And your mama's still with you. I know. I believe in that. Listen, they elevate. She has all the more power now, right? She's with you. I don't think that when we pass, we're gone. No, we get the power of all the realms, of all the dimensions when we pass. That's what happens. So I'm sure she's with you. I'm sure she's watching us right now. Man. Hell, yes, she is. Yes, she is. That's right. Man, Megan. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Now I feel bad. We've been breaking balls all night long. Oh, dear. Let's take a drink of my orange drink. Lindsay Marine, thank you very much. Hi, Kim. Can you give me an example of how your state would be if you're in a relationship? I'm confused with states. Okay. Let's unconfuse you. Don't feel bad. Wait, don't feel bad you made me laugh so much. I need it. Oh, good. Good, good, good. All right, Lindsay. So if you're struggling to get into the state, my suggestion is what ifing yourself. What ifing? So if you're manifesting a specific person, meaning like this is somebody that you know, or you've been in a previous relationship with, or if you're manifesting new love and you don't know the SP, that's okay too. It's not like you have to have a clear picture of a person's face. I'm saying it's not going to stop you, right? So you would ask yourself, what do you think it would feel like right now in this moment as you're sitting there watching me? What do you think you would feel like if you were currently sitting on the couch with your boyfriend or girlfriend and that you knew that that person was head over heels in love with you? You guys are exchanging love. Yes? Love back and forth together. And you knew that person was yours for forever, if that's what you want. What do you think you would feel like if that was your current situation right now? And if you're someone who has a past with this person, and it's, you know, I don't know, maybe you broke up and your feelings are still hurt. So then you would start with, what would it feel like if it was easy for me to believe that we were back together? What would it feel like to know that I have nothing to worry about, that we're going to be together forever? It's what ifing yourself. You keep asking yourself what if questions, right? Meaning, if you know there's a particular thought, a resistive thought that's on your mind that, no, she don't want attention. She's got brand new toys and she's playing. Did you just join the live? Because I've got evidence. I call her name and she just is like, I can't talk to you right now, bitch. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So, anyway, it's what ifing yourself. So if you have a thought on your mind that makes you feel like, no, I can't picture us back together. I can't picture it. I can't see it because they did A, B, and C to me. You know, they did A, B, and C to me, and I don't know if I can forgive them. They really hurt my feelings, and it's still, or they said the words, I don't want to be with you anymore. They don't want to be in that relationship anymore. So then what if it was easy for you to believe that they were still head over heels in love with you? What if it was easy for you to believe that they want that relationship with you too, that they are in love with you unconditionally? You ask yourself these questions, you will begin to feel lighter as you're sincerely talking to yourself. And some people like to affirm to get themselves back into the state. If you like to affirm your way there. Pay attention to how your body feels as you're doing it, whether it's affirming, visualizing, scripting, or asking the what if questions like I know. Like I know. Like I do. See what I'm saying? What if it was easy for you to get into the state of knowing you have all your desires? What if it was easy? And like I said, you will start to feel differently in the body. Pay attention to that. That's you embodying. And even if you can only get there for a few seconds, that's okay. That's still starting the ball rolling. And you do that diligently every day. You by default are changing the dwelling state. I know from experience. My own personal experience. Yes, it works. And if you can't go all the way to your end, you can't picture yourself with anyone right now in this moment. You can't get there. And the what ifs aren't helping you get there. Then go to as far as you can. For example, when I was in solo, number 2, I could not see myself back with my SB. I was extremely triggered with my, I was about to say my RD, my 3D. I was very triggered by my 3D. You know, I was in a lot of pain in that solo vacation. A lot of pain. Constant tears. Hot mess express. So I couldn't even fathom the thought of us being back together because it hurt me so much. So what I did was, and this is as far as I could go, I know if I do this every day, my 3D is going to get better. I know if I just do this, try to get there every single day, my 3D will get better. That's as far as I could go. And then I'd fall right back out. But I did it every day. I did it every single day, and it became easier and easier for me to see myself back together with him. And then once I could get there in my mind, I started doing that every single day. And I mean diligently. And then it got to the point where it was getting easier and easier for me to hold it. It wasn't perfect. I'd fall back out. I'd still get triggered. I'd still cry. I'd still think about, oh, we're not together. Of course I did. Right? I'm a human being. I have human feelings and emotions too. And I get triggered by my 3D too. Which is why I say, and I mean this, we don't have to be perfect to manifest. It's just you getting your ass up every day and getting back on your game. Take a break when you need to, but come back. And it's always working. You don't lose momentum. That's just a fearful thought. And we do not have to be prisoners of our thoughts. If a thought makes you feel like shit, it's not meant for you anymore. That's why it feels that way. We need to let it go. We're meant to feel good. We're here to experience our joys, not our miseries. Okay? So you will get to the point where you don't have to what if yourself anymore, and you'll be able to just step into it. Just step right into it. And even if you fall back out, who cares? Go back. Work your way back. Take time off. This week in particular, if you watched my video, my most recent video, I had a shitty week. I was not embodying a beneficial state at all this week. At all. Did I have thoughts? Fears? Yep. I certainly did. I had a lot of them. It was not a fun week. And I don't know about anybody else, but because I didn't have a major like controversy in my 3D, that was bothering me too. That was bothering me more. Not that I was upset I didn't have a controversy. I'm saying, why can't I get out of this state? What is wrong? Why do I feel like this? I just don't want to feel like this anymore. You know, it's not like I could blame something. I just felt like shit. Mentally felt like shit. You know? And I just keep telling myself, it's going to get better. I'm leveling up. I'm letting stuff go. And I had, you know, one major limiting belief that I had, and I had it years, like 20 plus years, was my fears of abandonment. And that came into my mind this week. That came back. You know? It happens. We're humans. I can't feel better than I do right now. So I kept telling myself that I'm leveling up. I'm going to be feeling better soon. I'm going to feel better soon. And I do. And I do. So we don't have to be perfect to manifest. We're always ever evolving, growing. We're always growing. We have nothing to fear. Fearful thoughts are just thoughts that are connected to an old story or an old narrative that we used to believe and accept for ourselves. But we're not that version of ourselves anymore. That's the only reason why those fears pop up, is because at one time we believed them to be our truth. And we don't have to do that anymore. That's what we're working on, shedding that shit and stepping into the versions of ourselves who get their shit. And that's exactly what we're doing. And we're going to have what we want. And I know some people feel like it's too good to be true. This just seems too good to be true. There's no way. There's no way it's this easy. Yes, it fucking is. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. And there's no secret. There's no special formula. There's no anything that you need to pay for or buy in order to get. And you don't need anybody's special coaching services, including my own, to manifest. I give you plenty of free content telling you exactly what to do. There's plenty of other good coaches that do the same. So I'm just saying, this is free. This is free. There's no secrets. There's no other way to do this than what we're sharing here. You know what I'm saying? It's all at your fingertips. It really is all at your fingertips. Really. Everybody should be able to feel as judged as I feel right now. Everybody should feel this way. And you can. You can. I should have been recording me 7 years ago so you could see the difference in me just from the law of assumption, manifestation, changing my thinking. My entire life has changed because of it. And I ain't selling you anything. I'm not trying to get you to buy something from me. I love coaching. I love having my one-on-ones, but you don't need them to manifest. I'm not selling you anything. I'm not selling you, your hopes and dreams to get you to buy my new book or my new course that I'm holding the secrets of manifesting in. No, you can do it on your own. Change your fucking thinking. Work on your thinking. And your whole life can change. Total truth. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Claudia. Thank you very much. Missed you, Kim. Sat with myself and what came up was... I was unconditional, infinite love. I'm marinating in it. What the fuck was that? Fell out the next week. Claudia, I don't care. You got there. You sat and that's what came up, that you were unconditional, infinite love. Darling, that's the I am. That's the I am. And it doesn't matter that you fell out. Let's work your way back. Let's work your way back. Talk to yourself. Tell yourself who you are. You are the I am. You are the I am. I am. I am. I am the I am. That's what that was, darling. That's wonderful. I had no clue either. It just happened. Oh my God. Get back to it. Get back to it. Work your way back there. You'll get back there. That's fucking amazing. Well done. Felt pretty nice, didn't it? There's no way you felt heavy and depressed when that thought came in your mind. That's awesome. And it's true, though. Every single one of us is unconditional, infinite love. Every one of us is. That's the I am. That's the I amness. That's awesome. It was beautiful. Yes. I know. I know. Oh, she's going to town. That's fucking awesome, Claudia. For reals. You connected. Did you hear that? What are you doing? It's going to town on that toy. Okay. Erica Zealous, thank you very much. New SP, everything I wrote on list, your colleagues. I notice I hold back on texting because of work ties, but flirting in person, want to talk more. Okay. So the new SP is everything that you wrote, which is fucking amazing. I'm not shocked though. Why do you hold back on texting? Let's deal with why you're holding back on texting. What's the reason? What is your ego saying that you need to hold back on texting? What's the excuse that your ego is giving? We want to address that. Looking back because I'm the client. Holding back because I'm the client. And I feel like, oh, don't push it. Listen, don't get me wrong, okay? Is there a point where we want to get our fingers out of the 3D and we don't want to push things? Yes. But I wouldn't knowingly or let her match interest. Don't show all my cards. That's old 3D bullshit thinking. That's old dating advice from the logical, literal 3D world. It's exactly that type of thinking, that kind of advice from dating coaches that fuck relationships up. I'm not gonna show all my cards because I don't want to give away anything. You won't have to if you fucking put yourself in that state. Your person's gonna reflect that shit. You feeling like I don't want to show all my cards is a limiting belief, a fear of rejection, a fear of not being chosen, a fear of, could be abandonment. Not feeling chosen, I believe, is abandonment anyway. But it's connected to something within the self-concept that we feel like, I don't want them to know I like them that much. I don't want them to know in case they don't like me. It's a limiting belief. We got to work on that. That's what you want to work on. Address that. Get yourself into the state. Embody the state. They will reflect the state. If you're in a state of, I can't show all my cards because they're going to know I really like them. Because I'm afraid they're going to reject me, so I'm not letting them know how much I like them. We don't want to be in that state because they're going to reflect that state. You see what I'm saying? Come on, Erica Zealous. Not giving the other person is as bad as them ignoring you. Mm-hmm. You could do this, Erica. Oh, yeah, because I have been feeling great, which is why she showed up like to the T, everything. Exactly. You were in the state. Now get your ass back there. Get your ass back there. And she'll continue showing up that way. I heard a coach the other day say, sorry, but if it's been over a few months and you haven't gotten what you want, you're doing it wrong. What? Wait a minute. I got to reread. I heard a coach the other day say, sorry, but if it's been over a few months and you haven't gotten what you want, you're doing it wrong. What the fuck is wrong with people? What is wrong? I'm manifesting it. I'm manifesting it because I'm seeing it all over and I can't stand it. I'm thinking about it, so I'm manifesting it. I cannot stand limited coaches. I cannot. They spread such bullshit. Such bullshit. And what I also can't stand is when coaches forget that newbies are watching. That there's people joining channels, comment sections, live streams that have never read a single thing about the law of assumption and are learning completely from you in that moment. And you're going to teach someone that if it hasn't manifested in a couple of months, you're doing something wrong. Can you imagine the fear and stress that you've just put onto somebody because you wanted to be a badass asshole for a few minutes for a video? Because you wanted to make a video where you stood out and said something powerful or dangerous. No, you just scared somebody for no good fucking reason, just because you're being a jerk for a minute. I just don't understand that. It's so irritating to me. It's so irritating. No one's journey is identical to the next person. No one's is. No one's manifestation journey is the same as everyone else's. So how the fuck do you know how fast someone's going to manifest or how fast their shit's going to show up? How do you know? How do you know? You don't. You're chatting shit. It's so irritating. That right there is the prime example of you have to pay attention to who you're watching. It sucks because the newbies don't know that. But you do. You've got to limit who you're watching. And if something doesn't make you feel good, you know not to watch that person anymore. Excuse me, ma'am. Excuse me, ma'am. There's no more. You got them all. Get off the table. All right. Okay. That was poop. Okay. Poop, you messed up my thing. There we go. Anyway. There we go. Let's see. Speaking of coaches, I disagreed with a big one on TikTok. I'm scared to check my notifications now. Why? Are you being harassed? Are you being harassed, Christina? Because that's bullshit. You have the right to disagree with someone. Holy shit. You shouldn't have to be afraid of that. Fuck that entirely. What the fuck is happening to this manifestation community? What is happening? This used to be small. This used to be a small little community. Even if we didn't know the other coaches, we got along. Got along. It's become such a fucking negative environment. Negative, hostile, triggering environment. And it's shameful. It really is. Yes, coaches feel the need, not this coach, feels the need to compete with others. It's just ridiculous. It's just ridiculous. There's a billion fucking people in the world. What are you competing for? For the love of God. You're ruining it. You're ruining this. See, it's me manifesting it. I gotta stop. You're making the law of assumption look like a cult community. I cannot stand it with my being. On top of everyone thinks they can be what I know. Yes, very saturated with people who don't know much. Totally agree. It is very confusing. It is. They don't understand the whole no competition thing. Exactly. Damn. It makes me so angry. Yes, if you feel the need to compete, you must not believe what you teach. Agree. 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 Cannot say that enough. Agree. It's boring. It's boring. Fucking boring. Oh my God. Go to another lane. Stop ruining the law of assumption. It irritates me. I gotta work on that. I gotta work on that belief. Okay? I'm going to believe that they're going to fall away to the wayside. That's what I'm going to manifest. Okay? One time this coach shamed a girl for her miscarriage. Are you fucking kidding me? Oh my God, I would have lost my mind on them. I would have come unglued. Coaches need to stay in their lanes. They look absolutely nuts. Totally agree. If you are confident in what you're doing, you're not going to give a flying fuck. Agree. Mic drop. Here's what I can't stand. Okay? And I don't give a shit if anybody likes me saying this. Not my HBICs. I don't mean you guys. I'm saying anybody else watching. No one should be blamed and shamed for anything that has manifested in their 3D. And you accepting that it's your mind manifesting, projecting out, is a completely different message than blame and shame. Period. Fucking period. And I will go toe to toe with anybody on that. You do not need to shame. You don't need to shame and blame. That is what is making this community toxic. That is why little TikTok videos keep showing up where the law of assumption is a toxic community. Yeah, it's becoming one. Thanks to the dumbasses, it's becoming one. We've got to join together and join collectively, and let's weed it out. Positivity, not toxic positivity, but for fuck's sake, you don't blame yourself for what you've manifested. Accepting you are the cause, you are the God of your reality. Accepting that and knowing, time to redirect my mind, time to stop thinking these shitty limiting beliefs. Let's work on that and start getting what we do want. It's such a different message than, well, it's your fault here. It's your fault. You did it. You're always manifesting. You've always been manifesting, so it's you. You did it. No, I think that delivery sucks tits. I do. I think it's shitty. I do. And there's no excuse for it. Period. That shit triggers me. Okay? And it's all over the place. It's not just one person. It's all over the place. And it needs to stop. The blame and shame shit needs to stop. Period. Because it's boring. It's damaging. It's toxic. It is absolutely ridiculous. So let's HBICs, let's join as a collective. No more of that shit in our community. No more. No more. Yes, it's safe here, and we're going to damn well keep it that way, whether it's here or over there. You can be assured of that. Yes. Totally agree. All right. Let's get back to work. Jay, thank you very much. Dealing with fear of the past and no visible movement. Okay. Fear of the past. Well, first we want to start off with haters. Wait, haters. Pray for them. There's Tracy. Tracy Thomas. How are you, lovely? Dealing with fear. All right, so number one. If fearful negative thoughts are coming in your mind and they are the same type of thoughts, meaning same subject area, we want to sit with them. And not being afraid. There goes my poop. All right, go lay down. Be a good girl. if it's the same subject area, we want to sit with it. And by sit with it, we want to listen. We want to listen. Okay? And by listen, I mean, no more. It's being the observer of our thoughts. You don't have to be in fear of your negative thoughts. You have the ability to create the belief or the assumption that your fearful, negative thoughts do not manifest. It's the law of assumption, right? What you believe to be true will be true. There's no certain beliefs that are off limits. Okay? There's no certain beliefs off limits. It can be any assumption you want. Oh, like I only see movement with Kim and Sammy. Thank you. Thank you. You know what? You're always good to me. Thank you very much. Thank you. Pope. Pope. What are you doing? There's nothing left. She's ruined all her toys already, and now she's looking for more because she thinks there's more up here. Stay out of the bags, please. Come here. Give me that. What's that? What's that? These are all gone, see? All gone. All gone. Nothing there. No, all gone. Okay? Jesus. What? Yes, fandom geek. I am still working on other super chats. 100%. Thank you, Jackie. Okay, back to work. So, first of all, as far as no visible movement, okay? When it comes to visible movement, I know that's frustrating when we want to see things in the 3D. And then on top of it, I know it's scary when we're not seeing things in the 3D that we want to see in regards to our manifestations. I know that. But at the same time, movement isn't always seen. Meaning even when we can't see, there is... She's going underneath the dam. She's trying to go under the couch. I'm sorry. I'm distracted. Okay, she's like a 100-pound pit bull, and she's trying to sneak under this little area to get under my couch. Anyway, it's just thrown off now. Hold on. Give my respect. What? Hold on. There. God, you're smart. You are so smart. Her toy was under there. She's so smart. Okay. Jay, I'm sorry. I'm coming to you. I'm coming to you, Jay. I'm sorry. All right. Dealing with fear of the past and invisible movement. Okay. So sit with the fear. The fear of the past. Sit with it. Sit with it. Let it come in. And this is when we start to realize that just because we've had experiences in the past, okay, that doesn't mean that we have to worry about them manifesting in the future. We don't have to be afraid of our negative, fearful thoughts. Anything we experience in the past, especially if you were not even awake to manifestation, it more than likely only manifested because you had a belief around that in general. Okay? A belief around that. So, for example, say we're fearing that SP is going to pick someone else. Then we probably have a belief that we are not chosen, or we will be abandoned, or we don't feel good enough. So we take a look at that. That's why we sit and listen to the fearful thoughts. Sitting and listening and being the observer of the thoughts is not the same thing as marinating and spiraling. It just isn't. So I manifested a collab with Good America. Well done! Well done, Chris ASMR. Well done. Well done. So start telling yourself that your fearful thoughts don't create, right? Your negative fearful thoughts don't create. They are nothing but an old story that you used to accept as truth for yourself, and nothing more than that. Okay? Now, when it comes to the movement, there's always movement happening. Sometimes the movement is within ourselves. Not sometimes, all the time. Most noticeably. A lot of times it's noticeable within ourselves first, right? We get so hung up on seeing things in the 3D. Seeing things in the 3D. And don't get me wrong, we all want our shit in the 3D, but the change comes here first. This is what we're changing to get what we want out there. Changing this to get that out there. So there's always something happening. Always. We just had the other day, I can't remember what video it was, but one of the HBICs is back with their SP. And when their SP came back, they told them, I had been thinking about you the whole time. I pinned the comment, so you can go back. I'm going to repost it too. But their SP came back saying, I've been thinking about you the whole time. And the things they were affirming, SP came back saying. So there's always movement, whether you can see it with your 3D limited eyes. There's always something happening, always. When we're worried about movement, don't get me wrong, probably everybody's a little worried about movement sometimes. Everybody has a little worry about movement. What if it's not working? What if I'm doing something wrong? Do I need to do something more? That's our what? That's our indicator that we're probably not in a state where we're accepting and believing that we are these new versions of ourselves. Because our thoughts are a product of our state. But there's never a moment where something out in your 3D isn't being moved around, recalibrated to bring you what you want. That's never happening. It's never like your subconscious mind, your universe, is taking the coffee break and not working today. You know, they got the holiday weekend off. It's not working on your manifestations. That's not how this works. Literally everything you're experiencing is somehow connected to bringing you. Oh, is that my son just texted me? Good. You know, somehow, some way, everything's leading you to your manifestation. Everything is. Everything. Every mundane, stupid thing. You buying Dawn dish soap at the grocery store last Saturday at 7 p.m. somehow, some way is a board on your bridge of incidents leading you to your manifestation. Everything is being aligned and recalibrated to bring you your manifestation. Your 3D is always a what? A reflection of your state of consciousness. Your state of consciousness is the fancy phrase for what version of yourself you're being today. What version of yourself are you identifying yourself as today? Who did you get out of bed deciding you are today? I like to get out of bed thinking I am the woman who has it all. I have whatever the fuck I want, whenever the fuck I want. And I do and say whatever the fuck I want. Who are you today? Are you a version of yourself that doesn't get what they want? Is afraid they're not going to get what they want? Running out of dish soap. Bridge of events. That's what I'm talking about. You see what I'm saying, though? Who are you today? Who are you identifying yourself as today? The answer should always be, I'm a woman or man who's getting whatever the fuck we want. Whatever we want. Right? What are you doing? got her toy. Okay? Did I answer that? I did. Okay, Jay? Okay, Jasmine. Thank you very much. And Kim. How do I deal with my BFF losing her baby? Oh my God. I am so fucking sorry for your best friend. Don't want to believe she manifested in a way. Don't even entertain the thoughts of blaming yourself or herself for that. Don't even entertain those thoughts. I'm not even kidding. Don't want to believe she manifested in a way. She had dreams and believed something bad was going to happen. Should I revise? Thank you. Revision is always a choice to anybody who wants to do anything. I would never tell someone not to revise anything, okay? That's always a personal decision. I think it should be made very clear that no one should be entertaining the thoughts of blaming themselves for the miscarriage of that child. No one, please. Your friend should not be torturing her mind with those kind of thoughts. Now, whether we want to talk about manifestation, and yes, if we marinate in the same thoughts, then things are going to manifest. I don't care. We do not torture ourselves with those kind of thoughts. Okay? Okay? What are you doing? Get out of there. Poop. What now? Did you lose it again? No, it's right there. It's on the blanket. It's right here. Okay. I am from upstate New York. Yes, I am. Okay. So, Jasmine, I mean that. If your best friend is in the manifestation, you are to tell her she is not to even consider entertaining the thoughts of blaming herself for the miscarriage of her child. No way in hell. All right? I mean that. No one should ever torture themselves, especially for something like that. All right? Period. And I am incredibly sorry. And my fucking deepest sympathies go out to your friend. All right? You're welcome, sweetie. Sweet Warrior! Thank you very much. I visualized a 3P to move. She did 3,000 miles away. Bye. Bye, Felicia. Hello. Well done. Well done. I'm not... You're killing me tonight. Go on. Oh, sweet baby Jesus. You're determined to get me in trouble. All right, your toy is not even over here. Why are you over here? Jesus. That's it. No more. Okay. Susie J. Thank you very much. How can we get rid of 3P? What are the best affirmations? Thank you. Susie J, we hammered the 3P subject earlier in this live stream. So I'm not going to be saying anything different than I did in the first 3 or 4 questions I answered, but listen, you bought a super chat, I'm going to answer you, but it's going to be pretty fucking repetitive, so there's not going to be anything magical in what I'm saying, other than we need to take a look at why the 3P manifested. Meaning, what is within your self-concept that has manifested this? Not from the place of blaming yourself for it, but the realization that it is our own states of consciousness that we are manifesting from, right? So our self-concept is attached to our state of consciousness. Or you could say, I know some people want to say self-concept is your state of consciousness, and I don't necessarily like that wording, but whatever. So 3Ps can manifest from direct worrying about them cheating on you, or about another one another person coming into the picture, or not feeling chosen, worrying about abandonment, not feeling good enough. Anything can spawn a 3P, okay? So let's take a look at what are your beliefs around love and relationships and your specific person. Do you have a story connected to your specific person that you expect them to cheat? Do you have a belief that you expect whoever you're with to cheat? Got to take a look at that and start working on that. And you start working on, it's not like there's a number one affirmation to get rid of a 3P. Affirmations should always be words that resonate with you, right? Hey, do you mind? You gotta settle down. You're on fire. What I find to be a good idea is to think of the 3P as only in the picture to wake your specific person up to realizing they're head over heels in love with you. I don't personally think it's a wonderful idea to affirm the 3P away. That's putting unnecessary focus on the third party, which then keeps it in the picture. I don't like doing it. I never really suggest that. You do what you want. It's your reality. You can do what you want. I don't. That's why I said that there's not an... Boom! Time to chill out. Good girl. Good girl. Damn. Okay. Listen, the quickest and easiest way, right back off the couch. The quickest and easiest way to get rid of a third party is to literally remove it from your awareness. Stop thinking about it. And I know that's not always easy. Hence the idea of, you know what? Temporarily telling yourself, and I say temporary because it is a short-term solution until you're no longer triggered by the third party. That the third party's only there to wake your SP's ass up, that they're only head over heels in love with you. And then when you're no longer triggered by 3P, that's when we stop talking about 3P. That's when we stop giving it energy. Listen, whatever we put our awareness on is what's keeping in our 3D, in our awareness. So what you keep in your awareness stays in your awareness. Hence why I don't think affirming specifically for a third party is the greatest idea. But I'm not the boss of your reality. You're the boss of your reality. If you want to affirm that they found another lover, feel free to do that. What affirmations I would be using if I was going to affirm is I would be affirming that I know I'm cherished, I'm loved, I'm desired. I'm the only woman that man wants. I'm it. I'm the it girl of my reality. See what I'm saying? But you want to word affirmations to sound more natural to your own talking. That's the best advice. Okay? But like I said, rewind the live. You can do it right now while you're watching. Go all the way back. I answered 3P things, several ones in a row. Freeanne, thank you very much. Is it Freeanne or Fryanne? Freeanne. What are you doing? You're driving me nuts. Oh my God. manifested him back multiple times, but never the full-blown relo, meaning relationship, I think. Wouldn't a high self-concept not tolerate this? I know I don't deserve crap, but whenever I bring it up, it's touching the 3D that don't work out. Good question, Freean. Let's talk about it. Wouldn't a high self-concept not tolerate this? Well, I mean, a high self-concept, you know, someone who knows that they're worthy and deserving of a loving, fulfilling relationship and shouldn't have to take anybody else's shit and shouldn't be a doormat. Yeah. But sometimes it's not just the self-concept that's the problem. Sometimes it's the story you're telling about your specific person. So you can have a badass self-concept, but still expect your SP to come back into your life and then leave again. Because it's the story you're holding about the specific person. And being that you have experience with bringing them back in and them leaving again, you are probably holding a story around the person specifically. I realize, this is like what we talked about earlier, that there are some minds of thought in this community that all you got to do is work on self-concept and all your problems solved, everything's going to be okay. And I don't partake in that belief because of examples like that. Because of this. Because if you're holding a separate story directly about that specific person, if you're holding a story around the relationship in general with specific person, meaning I manifest them back plenty of times, but I can never get to the relationship. It never works. He always leaves before that. Something always happens where the fucker leaves again and I gotta manifest his ass back again. I can never just get to the relationship part. That's a story around the relationship. And perhaps you've thought you've addressed self-concept, but you haven't addressed, maybe, I'm just saying, right? Maybe you haven't addressed your self-concept around relationships in general. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you still expect relationships to fail, even though you think you're an amazing, beautiful, worthy, and deserving of everything you want person. You could still be holding a belief that your relationships don't work out, or this one never seems to work out. I can never seem to get to the relationship. Do you see how that's a story? Do you see how you're still holding it? You have a belief that it's not going to work. And let me just say this, and this is not pointing at you. This is for everybody else. A lot of times when we're manifesting and we're thinking about a manifestation, we think we're doing everything right, but we're still looking at our 3D as, this isn't working. This isn't working. I've been doing this for such and such amount of time, and it's not working. It's not changing. I can manifest my guy in, but it never goes to the next level. It's not working. It's not working. It's you saying it's not working. It's you holding that story, that narrative. It's not working. I'm doing all of this. That's not working. That's you declaring. That's you affirming. This isn't working. I'm not getting what I want. Nothing's changing. I'm not getting what I want. It's like we're cutting the manifestation off, but it's playing out. It's playing out. If we would take the step back, change the mindset of, I don't like what I see in my 3D right now. I don't like how this is working out. I don't like the fact that I've had to manifest this fucker more than once. I don't like it. But somehow, some way, this is working out for me. Somehow, some way, this obviously is bringing me to my manifestation. I don't like this way. I don't like it. It don't feel good. But I know I'm a master manifester. I know everything works out for me. I know I've been working on my self-concept. I know I've been getting rid of limiting beliefs. I know I've been embodying the state of the woman who has it all. So I really shouldn't even be worrying about my damn 3D anymore, because I know somehow, some way it's going to work out. Somehow, some way. That's what we should be doing instead of cutting it off at the knees and saying, it's not working, it's not working, it's not working. We're affirming. You know, sometimes we don't even realize we're holding on to stories. about our specific person. Maybe it's just the simple ways you're describing your person. By the way, I did see you commented back that you had a story, but it's a good question. It's a good topic, so I'm going to keep going. Sometimes we don't even realize that it's the simple ways that we're describing how they are in our 3D. Meaning, I know my specific person loves me, but he's A, B, C, and D, you know. He's A, B, C, and D. And maybe that A, B, C, and D is the whole damn reason why you're not getting to the end result, because you keep describing them as a way that's limiting, that's putting a condition on the manifestation, putting a condition on your specific person. For an example, myself, you know, when I first when I manifested my specific person, he was new love. So it was brand new. I did not know him before. And when I manifested him in, one of the things I had written, I think, wait, hold on. What? But don't you think it's harmful for us to not acknowledge the reality of someone? I have no idea what you're talking about. Was that like a part 2 to an original question? What are you talking about? Can you put a little more onto that, please? Give me a few more specifics, yours truly, because it didn't make sense. What you just put down, I'm not picking up. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so for example, in my scenario, one of the things I'd written on my dream man list was, I want a hardworking man. I want a man that, you know, if he has to pick up a second job to support his family, I want him to be willing to work. See what I'm saying? So when I manifested mine in, he's a fucking hardworking man. He's a fucking hardworking man. So then I stopped describing him as a hardworking man and started describing him as a workaholic who works all the fucking time. Works. And then guess what caused 2 solos? My getting annoyed with the working. Me getting annoyed with exactly what I put on my dream man list and manifested and wanted. Do you see what I'm saying? How shit changed, my mindset changed. I started looking at that differently. But I didn't realize, I wasn't cluing in to my stupid story that I was holding. I eventually woke up, but at the time I didn't. So when I would talk about him to friends and limited talking, because I knew about manifesting and I didn't like to talk about things I'm manifesting. But I would have small talk. I'm like, oh, yeah, you know, he's workaholic, works a lot. I kept describing him a certain way, and boom, that's exactly what I kept manifesting till I had to address it. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes we're not even aware. It's how we're describing our SPs. It's how we're describing the relationship. You know? Sometimes we are handing over free will on a silver platter. And I know some of y'all don't like the concept of free will, but I'm sorry, you know, I'm sorry to disappoint you. Okay? It is what it is. They're still humans. They're the boss of their own realities. They are. You're just not the boss of their reality. You're the boss of your own. You know what I mean? If you don't believe in multiple realities, fine. Then if you believe in the one consciousness, it's still the same fucking concept. You know what I'm saying? Okay? Okay. Sweet Warrior. Again, thank you so much. Manifested over $4,000 check by saying, money comes to me from random places. Oh, and a $197 check too. In the same day. Are you fucking kidding me? Are you kidding me? That is fucking $4,000. It's amazing. Fucking master manifester, Sweet Warrior. God, I've missed you. I've missed you. Well done, Sweet Warrior. I'm not surprised. I already knew she was a master manifester. Well done. I bet it was fucking amazing. I bet. All right. On my screen, The last time I refreshed, Sweet Warriors was the last one. And on that note, I'm done for that. I'm tired. I've been on here nearly 3 hours, okay? But no worries. I'm coming back. I'm going to go live more often like I was before I took my break. Okay? I'll be back more. Same rules apply if you bought a super chat. I will make a video with responses. I have a list. I want live a lot. June, July, not so much August. So I'm catching up with the leftovers from those. But I will answer your super chat. It does not get ignored. All right? I love you all too. I love you. I love you. I really do. I fucking missed you guys. I missed you guys. Even in my shutting off the world for a week, I missed you guys. And it bothered me to miss the live stream this week. It did. Both live streams. I still got to reschedule. I'm thinking this, channel members. I'm thinking this. Maybe we'll do like a double next week. So meaning this Tuesday, we'll have our normal night. And then maybe, depending on my SP schedule, maybe next Saturday or next Sunday, we'll do like a makeup night for the missed one this week. Okay? That's what I'm playing around with my mind. I'll let you know when we know it's scheduled. Okay? But on that note, I can't think of anything else. For now. I'll think of it when it's fucking over with. That's when I'll start thinking of things. All right, so I'll see you all tomorrow. I got a video going up tomorrow. Okay? I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. And I'll see you all very soon. Okay? Love you all. Be good. Be good. Be good. For Christ's sakes, be good.